If you'd told me a few months ago that silence would save me, I would have laughed in your face. Back then, my entire world revolved around one man, my boyfriend, my supposed soulmate. For 2 years, I swore he was it for me. And then, just like that, he broke up with me. No big fight, no huge betrayal. Just a casual, I need space. I thought my heart had stopped beating that day. And that's when I found something called the no contact rule. At first, I didn't do it for myself. I did it for him. I thought that if I ignored him, he'd miss me. He'll come back. And you know what? It worked. But there's a catch with the no contact rule. Sometimes, when they finally do come back, you don't even want them anymore. I still remember the way he said it. We were sitting on his couch, the same one where we'd watched 100 movies together, the same one where I'd fallen asleep on his chest more times than I could count. And then, out of nowhere, he looked me dead in the eye and said, "I think I need some space." I actually laughed. I thought he was joking. But when I saw how serious his face was, my stomach dropped. "What do you mean? Space?" He wouldn't look at me. "I don't think this is working anymore. I need time to figure out what I want." My brain couldn't process it. We'd been together for 2 years. We'd talked about the future, marriage, kids, all of it. And now he was acting like I was just optional, like our life together had been some long trial run. "Is there someone else?" "No," he said. "It's not you. I just need to be alone." That phrase, "it's not you," made me want to scream. Because if it wasn't me, why did it feel like I was the one being punished? I begged him to talk to me, to tell me what went wrong. I swore I could fix it, but the more I reached for him, the further he pulled away. By the end of the night, I wasn't his girlfriend anymore. I was just a girl who couldn't stop crying on a stranger's couch. The days after the breakup felt like a blur. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. My phone became an extension of my hand, as if I stared at it long enough, he'd magically text me and say he made a mistake. Every ding sent my heart racing, only for it to be a spam email or my mom checking in. I kept replaying every conversation we'd ever had, obsessing over tiny moments. Did I say something wrong? Did I miss some huge sign? Was I not enough? I'd scroll through our photos, hoping to will him back with sheer nostalgia. And don't even get me started on social media. I stalked his accounts like it was my job. Every post, every like, every person he followed felt like a clue I had to decode. My friends told me to let him go, but I couldn't. I couldn't let go of the future I thought we were supposed to have. And the worst part? I wanted to text him so badly. Just to say, "I miss you." Just to feel like I still existed in his world. That's when I heard about something called the no contact rule. I didn't discover the no contact rule on my own. One night, while doom-scrolling breakup forums at 2 a.m., I came across a post titled, "How I Got My Ex Back Without Saying a Word." It sounded ridiculous, but I was desperate. The post explained the no contact rule. No texts, no calls, no accidental run-ins. Total silence for at least 30 days. At first, I rolled my eyes. How is ignoring him supposed to fix this? But then I read the comments. People swearing it worked, that their exes came crawling back. So I decided to try it. Not for me. Oh no, I didn't care about self-growth or healing. I just wanted him back. The first few days were torture. Every instinct in me screamed to text him, to check in, to remind him I still existed. I'd type out long messages, then delete them before hitting send. I'd stare at my phone, willing it to ring. But slowly, something shifted. With no one to pour my energy into, I started focusing on myself. I journaled. I reconnected with friends. I went for long walks to quiet my mind, and for the first time in months, I could breathe. Something unexpected happened around week 3. I woke up one morning and realized I hadn't checked his social media in days. I hadn't drafted any unsent texts. I hadn't even cried. Instead, my days were full. I started journaling every morning, not about him, but about me. What I wanted, what I was feeling, what I'd been ignoring for so long. I signed up for a yoga class. I spent an entire Saturday with my best friend, laughing so hard I forgot, just for a moment, that I'd ever been heartbroken. And slowly, I started to see things more clearly. I realized how much of myself I'd given up in that relationship, how often I'd put his needs above mine, how small I'd made myself just to keep the peace. I thought I'd lost my soulmate, but what I'd really lost was me. So I started taking myself back. I wore clothes I loved, even if he'd once said they weren't his style. I cooked meals I wanted, watched movies I liked, and played music he used to complain about. For once, I wasn't just surviving without him, I was living. It happened on a random Tuesday. I was leaving work when my phone buzzed with a text. I didn't recognize the number at first. I deleted his contact weeks ago, but the message made my stomach drop. "Hey, I've been thinking about you. Can we talk?" For a moment, I couldn't breathe. This was it. The thing I'd wanted since the night he broke up with me. Proof that the no contact rule worked. I stared at the screen, half expecting my heart to leap with joy, but it didn't. Instead, I felt calm. When I didn't answer right away, he followed up with a call. I let it ring out. Then another text. "I miss you. I made a mistake." The old me would have replied instantly, probably with a long emotional message about how I'd missed him too. But the new me, I just sat there, rereading his words. It wasn't that I didn't care. I did. Part of me would always care, but something had shifted. I didn't feel the desperation I used to. I didn't need his validation anymore. That night, I finally agreed to meet up. And when I saw him sitting across from me at that same coffee shop where we'd spent so many weekends together, I realized something I never expected. I didn't want him back. He looked nervous when I sat down. "Marie," he started, "I've been doing a lot of thinking. I messed up. I was scared, and I pushed you away when you were the best thing in my life. I want us back. I want to fix this." 2 months ago, those words would have been everything I dreamed of hearing. But now, sitting across from him, all I could think was how different this felt. "I appreciate you saying that." My hands wrapped around my coffee cup like it was anchoring me. He leaned forward, searching my face. "So, can we try again?" And for a moment, I almost said yes. Not because I wanted him, but because I remembered what it felt like to love him, to be us. But then I remembered the nights I cried myself to sleep, the way I lost myself trying to keep him, the quiet peace I'd found in the last month, peace I'd built on my own. "No," I said finally. His eyes widened. "What, Marie? I'm telling you I want this. I know, but I don't. I've learned to love myself too much to go back to who I was with you. It hurt. God, it hurt. But for the first time, I felt truly free." Walking out of that coffee shop, I expected to feel broken, but I didn't. Sure, there was a heaviness in my chest, a lingering ache for what we'd been. But underneath it all, there was something stronger: relief. For so long, I believed he was my missing piece, the person who made me whole. But the truth? I'd been whole all along. I just couldn't see it. The no contact rule started as a trick to get him back. I thought silence would make him miss me. And maybe it did. But more importantly, it gave me the space to hear myself for the first time in years. In that quiet, I remembered what I liked, what I needed, who I was without him. I don't hate him. In fact, part of me will always be grateful to him, because losing him forced me to find myself. People think the no contact rule is just a way to get your ex back, but for me, it wasn't about him anymore. It was about coming home to myself. And now, I don't need him to choose me, because I've finally chosen myself. But those are my thoughts. Have you tried the no contact rule? If you have, what was your experience? Did you get your ex back? Tell me in the comments.